Okay, you caught me. Sometimes I like to eat ice cream late at night. So what? Just because we're in a monastery doesn't mean we all have to be saints. This bluebell is divine. I won't hear otherwise. And I won't ask what you're doing in the kitchen at this hour. You want some? You sure? Hey, I was moved to hear the story of your call to vocation at dinner. It was beautiful. You want to hear mine? I was young. I was skinny. I was a ranch kid. I was afraid of my own desire. Now, this was before Whataburger and honey butter chicken biscuit and college and Italy and those gorgeous guys on the swim team. Before Amazon and this overdeveloped Texas and this odd monastery in Irving. I was on my family's ranch in Millsop. I was 14. And my father woke me up in the middle of the night. Michael, hurry now. Francis is birthing. Francis was our heifer. An enormous, graceless creature. Fat, smelly, goiters lying on her back, horribly twisted teeth. In my childhood, I was afraid of her, but lately I was starting to love her. I would sit with her and read my novels. And when I read a passage from Wall or Flannery O or Solzhenitsyn, something that would dazzle or shock me with something that was grotesque or ecstatic or both, I would look at her and she would look at me with those eyes and say, "Well, ugly Michael, you have beauty in you. What now?" And I would look at her and I would say, "I can't believe my best friend is a cow." But she lived her life through those big, dumb eyes that took you in and sized you up. Inverted wisdom. She seemed like she was 300 years old. And that is why I couldn't believe when my father came in and said that this ancient creature was birthing. Out into the fierce February air, that surprising Texas cold, we rushed. And my father was saying, "I can't believe this, Michael. There is not a single bull in Millsop. There is not a single bull could have done this." We hopped the fence and she was groaning in a patch of bluebonnets, and my father ran off to see if he could find the offspring, and I found myself falling. I slipped on the discharge and I collided with the skinny black calf that was already out, covered in blood, screaming next to Francis. Francis, who would never breathe again. I hit the ground hard and I found myself, I was covered in blood and fluid, and all I could do was crawl over to my friend and scream into her ear, "Francis! Francis! Francis! Francis!" I was mistaking my own blood for hers, you see. I got 14 stitches in my head. It's a hard fall. I walk carefully now. I've slowed. I'm fat, lazy. I'm unpious, but I'm trying. Anyway, the rest of that winter, I was sick. I would wake up with a horrible fever in a panic, and I would speak nonsense. I would smile and swear and cry. I would spit and arch. I started to desire something that I thought I had pushed down. And then, somehow, it lifted. Not the desire, but the fever of it. And then I knew what God wanted of me, which was Him. More and more of Him. And more of this Bluebell salted caramel cookie. God puts holiness in the unlikeliest places. Prove to me that He doesn't. Good night, brother.